Hi everybody, how's it going? Welcome back to Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney, where we are in court once again, our second time in court, this time defending Maya, and Gumshoe is giving his testimony, as you can see flashing in the top left corner there, so here we go. As soon as the phone call came in, I rushed to the scene. There were two people there already, the defendant, Miss Maya Fey, and the lawyer, Mr. Phoenix Wright. I immediately arrested Miss Maya Fey, that's correct. Why? We had a witness account describing her, also correct, we saw that. The witness saw Miss Maya Fey at the very moment of the murder. Well, we don't know about that. Not sure about that, actually, whether she saw the actual murder take place. The very moment you say, exactly what I was saying. Very well, Mr. Wright, you may begin your cross-examination. Okay, yes, Your Honour. Cross-examine what? Well, a statement, I guess. I couldn't see a single contradiction in that testimony. Yeah, whoosh. What's whoosh? Smack. Hey, Maya just threw something at me. Is that acceptable court behaviour? What's this? When my sister couldn't find any contradictions in a witness's testimony, she would bluff it and press the witness on every detail. The witness always slips up and says something wrong. It worked lots of times. Heh, I should have expected Maya would know some of her sister's tricks. Alright, let's give this a try. Oh, so this is a new mechanic then, something we didn't know about. So we're still almost... Some of you guys mentioned about this still being tutorial-y, and I guess maybe we are still in sort of an introducing mechanics phase of the game. Something the matter? No, Your Honour. I'd like to begin my cross-examination. So, Maya Fey's arrest. So we have to press him? I don't know how we do that, but I guess it's going to tell us. Oh, okay, Q. And we've got the sort of... this. Oh yeah, I've got a cursor. I think this shows up on the recording, the cursor. But up here in the top right corner, we've got this. And I'm told that if this goes all the way to red, then you basically fail the case. And then you have to start again. I don't know if you start again from like the beginning of the chapter, or whether it's like just again from the point in the court proceedings you're in, or maybe like the time in court all over again. I'm not sure, but I'm sure we'll fail at some point, so we'll figure that out. Right, as soon as the phone call came in, I rushed to the scene. So let's press. Who did you say you got a call from? Hey pal, don't play dumb. You know who. The call was from a customer at the Gatewater Hotel, right across from the crime scene. Okay. I pressed. Not sure it did much though. Right, please continue. There were two people there already. Alright, let's press. We're just going to press on everything like she suggested. Detective Gumshoe, how long would you say it took between you receiving the call and your arrival at the scene of the crime? Right, I'd say it was about 3 minutes. That is incredibly quick. But that's pretty fast. Our motto this month is quick response. That's how I got there before the killer got away. That's what you think. Indeed. So, tell us who the two people you found were on... Sorry. So, tell us who the two people you found on the scene were. Shouldn't that be at the scene? I don't know. Yes, sir. The defendant, Miss Maya Fey, and the lawyer, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Let's press him. I love the way he slams his hands down the table like that. Are you absolutely sure it was us? Come on, Phoenix, right? Listen, pal, your dumb act will only get you so far. Now, I don't know if doing this, if there's a case of if there is like an element of we can do this too much and screw things up. We'll have to keep an eye on that little bar. With her funky hippie clothes and your spiky hair, you two stand out like suspicious people at a crime scene. Wow, fantastic analogy there, Gumshoe. Well done. Well, he does have a point about her, and our hair as well, to be honest. She is pretty unmistakable. I should pick my points to press with a little more care. Oh no, okay. It's not affected anything, though. I immediately arrested Miss Maya Fey. Press. It seems like there's no penalty for doing this, but maybe there will be on future cases or something, seeing as this still seems like it's telling us what to do. Why is that? What's your reason? Why? We had a witness account describing her. Alright, let's press. Hold on just 1 second. Yeah? If I heard correctly, you said you arrested her because you had hard evidence she did it, correct? Huh? Did I say that? Me? Oh, he most definitely did. I heard you say it. You did say it. You said it. I love that it's just bouncing around them all. Like, yep, you did it. Exactly what about this suspicious woman in pink's claim was hard evidence? Yeah, good question. What? Miss May isn't suspicious, and she sure isn't pink, pal. Well, I guess she is pink. That's enough. Detective Gumshoe, do you have any more solid proof other than her claims, detective? He doesn't, does he? I guess pressing can have its advantages. Yes. Ah! Sorry, I got the order of things mixed up in my testimony, Your Honour, sir. There was something I should have told you about first, Your Honour. Very well, detective. Let's hear your testimony again. Ooh, he's going to change it slightly. Okay. Hard evidence. Here we go. After securing the suspect, I examined the scene of the crime with my own eyes. I found a memo written on a piece of paper next to the victim's body. Ah, he didn't mention that before, but he did. On it, the word Maya was written clearly in blood. Lab test results showed that the blood was the victim's. Also, there was blood found on the victim's finger. Before she died, the victim wrote the killer's name. So, the actual murderer used the killer's, used Mia's blood, right, to write that. So, how you like that? That's my hard evidence. Okay, so we're going to have to, like, cross-examine again, or... Before we begin cross-examination, I have a question for you, detective. Your Honour? Why didn't you testify about this vital piece of evidence the first time? Good point. He just forgot, didn't he? I know. I'm really embarrassed I forgot about it, Your Honour, sir. Try to be more careful. Very well. The defence may begin its cross-examination. Okay, so we're up. So we can cross-examine. So I don't know if we want to press again. After securing the suspect, I examined the scene of the crime with my own eyes. Okay. Did we can we just press on this? And did you find any evidence? No, don't jump the gun on me, pal. Just listen, I'm getting to the good part. I got a bad feeling about this. Okay, so it doesn't cost us still. I found a memo written on a piece of paper next to the victim's body. Just because you found it next to the body doesn't mean the victim wrote it. Oh-ho! Then who did write it? Smarty Pants? Who? The killer. But we don't know that. The killer. Anyone can see that. Huh? You're saying the killer wrote her own name? Buddy, please. She was framed. Ooh, we're getting an objection. Hold on. If that's the case, where's your evidence? Alright, so, I guess that was a bit of a tall order for you. With those without evidence shouldn't open their mouths, Mr. Wright. Yeah, pal. Well, detective, tell us what was written on that memo you found. So, we didn't lose any bars again, though. I thought we would for that. On it, the word Maya was written in clear blood. I mean, we know that's true, so we don't really want to press that, I don't think, do we? I'm sort of... Let's press it and see what happens. I just want to see how this mechanic actually works, whether it can penalise us. Do you have proof it was Mia who wrote that? Of course I do, pal. Uh-oh, he sounded pretty confident. Well, actually, just because it's her blood, it doesn't mean that she wrote it. Lab test results showed that the blood was the victim's. Also, there was blood found on the victim's finger. Again, it doesn't mean that she necessarily wrote it. The killer could have cut her finger and written it with her finger. Before she died, the victim wrote the killer's name. That's his whole testimony. Okay, there has to be a contradiction in there somewhere. Okay, so let's go back round. After securing the suspect, we did that one. Found a memo. Yeah. The word Maya was written clearly in blood. Lab test results showed that the blood was the victim's. Now, we can press and maybe find out more about that. What kind of tests were these again? Huh? What kind? Well, I hear they take the little bits in the blood, the hermogoblins, hermogoblin bobbin. I refuse to testify on this matter, pal. We confused him. I am no expert on blood tests. Yes, that was quite clear. You may continue with your testimony. Burn! Oh, the judge is great. I love the judge. Thanks, pal. I mean, Your Honour, sir. Detective Gumshoe. Yeah? I look forward to your next evaluation, as should you. Oh. That was a mess. Right, where was I? Okay, so we kind of undermined him there. So there was blood found on the victim's finger. Let's press him on that. On which hand was the bloody finger, Detective? The right hand. She was right-handed. Okay. Ha! Ha 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 ha! Nice try. Uh-oh. I guess it wasn't too hard to see what I was getting at there. Okay. Before she died, the victim wrote the killer's name. Alright, well, let's press him on that then. Detective Gumshoe, do you get a lot of cases where the victim actually writes the killer's name? Sure, it happens all the time in books and the movies. Yeah, that's not real life, dude. This isn't a movie, Detective. Oof. Let's talk about reality, shall we? I guess I haven't heard of many cases. No. Haha. Don't you find it a little odd that the victim would write down a name? Especially the name of her own sister? Yeah, actually, you got a point, pal. Don't object. Stop right there. The witness's opinion on the matter is irrelevant. The facts are clear. The victim wrote down the name of the accused. I hate this guy, but at the same time I love him. The victim told us the name of her killer. Okay. Order! That didn't go so well. That's right. What he said. That's his whole testimony. Okay, so we've pressed him on everything. Do we have any evidence that can do anything? Autopsy report. Single blunt force trauma, but here we go. Death was instantaneous. So, how would she have written down the name when death was instantaneous? She couldn't, right? Let's see if there's anything else. The murder weapon. The bug might come into play later. I think maybe we present this this autopsy report. But when do we... Okay, there has to be a contradiction in there somewhere. Let's find it. So, I think we present this... Okay, yeah, let's... I found a memo written on a piece of paper next to the victim's body. On it, the word Maya was written clearly in blood. Okay, that is true. So I don't think we do it there. Lab tests showed that the blood was the victim's. Again, I don't think we do it there. Blood found on the victim's finger. Is it that one? Before she died, the victim wrote the killer's name. Okay, I think it might be here. So let's see if we can present... Actually, let's go round again. Okay, yeah, so I think it is that one. We'll go round again. I just wanted to make sure there wasn't anything else. There was blood on the victim's finger. Right, this one. Before she died, the victim wrote the killer's name. She couldn't have done that because death was instantaneous. Detective Gumshoe, there's one thing I want you to clarify for me here. You say that the victim, Maya Fey, wrote this note, that she was accusing the defendant, Maya Fey? That's really what you're saying. What? This isn't one of those lawyer tricks now, is it? Of course she wrote it. Who else could have? You have it backwards, Detective. Backwards? The victim is the only person who absolutely could not have written it. This is a report from your department, Detective. I love this music. It's like the in-your-face music. Immediate death due to a blow from a blunt object. She died immediately. But no butting your way out of this one, Detective. Boom! Order! The defense has a point. Someone who died immediately wouldn't have had the time to write anything down, or the capacity, not just about time. Mr. Wright, I beg your pardon, but when exactly did you obtain that autopsy report? When? When did we get it? We got it the day... Oh crap, I actually don't remember. I think we got it the day after, didn't we? I'm pretty sure we did. Yeah, we must have done, because the body... We were there at 9 PM when we got the body. The autopsy report wouldn't have been there yet, so it must have been the day after, I think. It was the day after the murder. prosecution's point being... that autopsy report is outdated, Your Honour. What? A second autopsy was performed yesterday at my request. Death was almost immediate due to a blow from a blunt object. Ah, this guy's good, isn't he? He's good. But there is a possibility the victim lived for several minutes after the blow. I received these results this morning. Ah, screw this guy. No way! Your Honour, it's quite easy to imagine that the victim did have time to write Maya. Damn it. That is all. I see. Damn you, Edgeworth. I should have known you'd have something up your sleeve. This guy's good. Why, Mr. Wright, you look shocked. Something you want to say? You're a sham, Edgeworth. The detective's a sham. I'm a sham. I mean, we're not saying I'm a sham. We could say the detective's a sham, but to be fair, he's done his job to the book, really, hasn't he? So I guess we just... Can we, like, skip this? We can't, can we? I don't think. You're a sham. Mr. Edgeworth, I've heard there's nothing you won't do to get your verdict. What reason could you possibly have had to request a second autopsy report? Mr. Wright, the defence will refrain from personal attacks on the prosecution. Oh, damn. It's probably better than personal attacks on a witness, though, right? No matter, Your Honour. Mr. Wright, say what you will. The evidence in this report is undeniable. Your Honour, I submit this report to the court. Understood. The court accept the evidence. Damn it. Okay, we got a new one. Okay, may have lived for a few minutes after being hit. Not great for us. Well, Your Honour, the evidence strongly suggests the victim was identifying the killer. I suppose that's the obvious conclusion, yes? Darn, this isn't good. The prosecution would like to call its next witness. This poor, innocent girl saw the murder with her own eyes. Right, it's her. Let the witness, Miss April May, take the stand. Exactly what part of her is innocent? Good point. Alright, here we go. Witness, your name please? April May. At your service, wink. Order. An introduction should not require any reaction from the crowd. The witness will refrain from wanton winking. Oh, yes, Your Honour. This is not good. She's already captured the heart of every man in this courtroom. Tell us, where were you on the night of September the 5th when the murder occurred? Gee, I was, like, in my hotel room. Tee-hee. I checked in right after lunch. And this hotel is directly across from the Fey & Co. law offices. That's right, big boy. Please testify to the court about what you saw. Okay, here we go. Witness's account. Alright guys, well, I tell you what, we will do this in the next episode because we're out of time. This is going really well so far. I really like the Edgeworth guy. Like, I hate him, but I love him at the same time. I like this dynamic they've got going on between Phoenix and him. I think it's really cool. So as always, thank you very much for watching. A big thank you to my patrons, Arcades Games, Wayne, Nate, Terminally Nerdy, Paul from the Phantom Fellows, Lyle, Barry Aldridge, Hobo, Numinous, Kumadim, Paulie Ohm, Flossie the Sheep, JohnCon555, Chrissy, and Paul James. And I'll see you next time.